Steel and Vance time. Chips are ready, Linda, but we've got a special treat. Compliments of our friends. No, not the people at Nude. This is from Mo Amir. Dear Linda and Jody, thought you may enjoy these Vancouver bevies for your show this week. I know Jody prefers nudes, although, warning, these are slightly stronger than usual.
Uh-oh, stay tuned. This is going to be an unfiltered steel. Well, it always is. This one is the C-Bus Memes nude, and it's really good. Thank you so much.
It. Oh,
Love
can
it.
I see it?
Oh, there you go. Better. Love it. Thank
Love
you.
it.
Thank you, Bo.
Love our viewers.
I think he meant, Nude meant to send them to us, I think. Because we've got, how many different flavors of nude have we got here? Hello, Nude.
Oh.
We love your product. We have to go back. There we go. Okay. Anyway, appreciate it. Hey, I have my COVID shot and my flu shot booked for Saturday.
Me too.
And then hopefully we're both here next week and not sick from it. No.
I've never gotten sick from it. I'm going to do my arm flap. Are you going to go same arm or are you going to?
Oh, I'm going on the same arm.
Same arm. Okay,
yeah,
good.
because I sleep, I flip around. I just want one sore arm.
I like that. My son gets his tomorrow. Brady gets his tomorrow.
Yay, Brady, go for it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay,
I'm down
hey, we have a viewer graphic I want to show you.
Okay.
This is a lovely email that we got, and you please email us. Howie in Kitsilano said, congratulations on a very entertaining and educational local program. I commend both you and Jody for standing up for tolerance and decency. Keep up the good work. I think that was around support for the LGBTQ community.
I love that. I do love it. You know, all opinions are welcome, but we're always going to lean into what's right. That's going to happen in this show. We'll get to what's coming up in just a second. But first, obviously, the headline of headlines is what we've been witnessing in the Middle East. And
it's crazy. I mean, we've seen this bombing a hospital in Gaza, right?
Yeah.
500 at least, I think, people were killed.
Can't
They've
imagine.
been drinking IV fluid from bags because there's no water and what have you. It's a devastating situation. And so we have the U.S. President Joe Biden. You say what you want about Joe Biden, but he's doing the right thing. He's standing up.
Flew into a war zone.
He went to Israel.
Yeah.
He went and he met with the
Bibi
Israeli.
Netanyahu.
Yeah, and they sat down and talked to people for hours, and he's saying America has your back. And in fact, this is what Joe Biden had to say to the world.
You can't look at what has happened here to your mothers, your fathers, your grandparents, sons, daughters, children, even babies, and not scream out for justice. Justice must be done. But I caution this: while you feel that rage, don't be consumed by it.
hey, and Linda, coming up in the show, we're going to talk much more with Rabbi Dan Moskowitz. He is the senior rabbi at Temple Shalom. You've spoken to him on radio before. I have a personal connection through my best friend, Alyssa Bowman. He is her rabbi, and there's a lot to discuss here. Tune in, stay tuned, be aware and ready for the facts and truths around this story, because we're going to bring that to you.
Yeah, also a lot of people who are hosts of Airbnbs and a lot of renters who can't find anywhere to rent were quite interested in the BC government, the EB government, coming up with some pretty tough legislation to restrict the number of short-term rentals and
it's very complicated.
Push these back into the long-term rental pool.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. Also big news on the Surrey policing front.
We're going to talk about Surrey Police again. Linda said we're not going to do it anymore, but she's being forced into it, my friends.
Oh my goodness, and you should care because your tax dollars are involved, and a lot of people are unhappy about it. So we're going to go right to the legislature, and we're going to talk to CHEK's political correspondent,
Rob Shaw.
Who's going to break down some of the key things about these two big pieces of legislation.
He's going to keep us in tune. Right now, though, we got to get you. It's time for hot headlines. This one got me hot under the collar. Our first headline today, another parole fail. Granted, a long jail term, but what does this say about violence against women in particular, this story?
Yeah, we're talking about a guy who murdered his wife and then burned her body and all the rest of it, and he's been granted full parole.
Full parole.
And a lot of people are saying, that's not okay because this is why we have a problem with domestic violence. Life does not mean life in Canada, apparently. And if you're a victim or someone who loves a victim, you're not happy about it.
No, we're going to need to keep our eyes on how people who are violent offenders re-enter society with seemingly very few guards in place. repeat offenders also an issue that really sparked some rumors around London Drugs. We've had the chief of security from London Drugs here on the program.
Loss prevention officer.
Yep.
So Peter Meisner, who's a Vancouver councillor, said he heard that the London Drugs, which is the main one in downtown Vancouver, was going to close because of rampant shoplifting. Turns out that story is not closing, but London Drugs did confirm that they're losing millions of dollars a year to shoplifting, which also speaks to the poverty and addiction,
desperation,
and all the other issues that we have. So and
the repeat offenders, because when we did have the security expert on, he was saying that like 2,200 crimes were done by 72 people.
Yeah.
Like come on.
It's not okay.
No, it's not
also
okay.
a big story about a whole bunch of kids, hundreds of elementary students in Port Coquitlam who are like, oh, hey, school year has just started and they don't have anywhere to go to school.
Hazel Trembath Elementary. This is so tragic. Imagine.
They are investigating this because it's suspicious.
Yeah.
So that's not okay. 300 families have been impacted and they are looking for donations because they got to have some sort of temporary situation.
Yes.
So if you would like to help out, we have a graphic here that'll tell you these are some of the things that they would like to get. You can read through their donations. Grab your pen. We'll just talk about this for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You can make a donation online or you can donate any of those things. SD43foundation.org.
Yeah, I love this too. Brad West, Mayor Brad West in Port Coquitlam, announcing that all City Hall fees and processes will be waived and streamlined and fast-tracked to get this elementary school rebuilt. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Now, big announcement also for construction workers in BC. If you're on a bigger site that has more than 25 workers, you used to have to do the porta potty thing, which is gross, right? They stink. You can't wash your hands and stuff. So government has introduced new legislation saying now they must have flushable toilets. So construction workers are going, hell yeah, finally.
It's not that hard. You can do it at a movie set. You can do it at a construction site. Come on now.
Yeah, it just costs a few bucks.
Can we talk about fees as well? I know we've got a million headlines to get to today. So this one is, on top of everything else, Linda, we're all feeling the pinch. So Ottawa now asking banks to cut the fees to help borrowers who are struggling with higher costs.
Banks are just raking in massive freaking profits. Even during the pandemic, the rest of us are just being choked to death financially.
Yeah.
And the banks are like, ka-ching. So we'll see if Ottawa can force them to come through. But they might have to, because here's the new federal polling. It's not looking good for the Trudeau Liberals. Oh no, this is BC. We'll go here first.
This is shocking too, though.
I know.
Because look at the Conservative Party of BC gaining on BC United.
Tied.
Right?
Yeah, so it seems to me that the Conservatives are having a moment. So that's what's happening in BC.
Yeah.
Here's the federal situation.
Right.
Up compared to the last election in 2021, 75 more seats the Conservatives would win if the election was today. But the Liberals are dropping. Oh my gosh, we're in majority territory for the Conservatives. The only poll that counts is on voting day. But anyway, it's showing a trend that the Trudeau Liberals have to be going.
Yep. But there's the fatigue that comes with being in power this long. So not unexpected on some level, but on another level, like seeing the Conservatives going up provincially as well as federally in the polls is definitely a signal that everybody needs to pay attention to.
And we might be going to an election earlier because the NDP are starting to talk tough about that confidence agreement they have with the Liberals. They're saying, you know what, if we don't get that pharmacare deal that you promised us by the end of the year, so that's in a matter of weeks, boom, we're canceling that agreement. So I think the NDP are seeing themselves rise in the polls and think maybe it would be okay if we went to an election early.
That's kind of where we're at with, again, what are those agreements about if not to push it when you find yourself in that moment, right?
Sure.
But that's interesting for people.
Not.
Right?
They kind of
but people who kind of peripherally like, oh, that'll never happen. Well, never say never.
Okay, I'm going to gross you out. Here's a couple of things I saw online. It's fall and there's pumpkin everything, but would you eat pumpkin spice Doritos?
Oh, God, no. What are we talking about? I'll eat those when I have Mountain Dew hot dogs.
Oh,
when would those ever happen?
This is the other thing. Who the hell would think that's a good idea? Who would like to have sweet pink hot dogs?
Disgusting.
Children, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But not me. It's super, super gross. I know you're really concerned about this last death.
I just want to squeeze this in here because she felt like my best friend growing up. I was just a little kid. Yeah, well, a single parent environment. My mom worked a lot. We watched, a lot of TV. So we're talking Three's Company, Chrissy Snow, Suzanne Summers. This woman made us laugh, and she was a pioneer in equal pay for women. And she actually walked away from the number one show on TV back then because she wasn't going to get paid the same, and I loved that about her.
Good for
Rest
her.
in peace.
All right. What are we
yeah. Okay. Later on the show, we're going to have our friends from Bosley stop by. This time, it's not about Linda adopting a dog. This time, it's one of my favorite breeds in the house, and also some Halloween tips and tricks.
Doggies.
Bosley's by Pet Value here with us.
Also ahead, big moves from the EB government this week. Short-term rentals, policing in Surrey.
Again.
CHEK political correspondent Rob Shaw joins us next.
Right. And viewing party photos, you sent them last week. We got them this week. Oh my goodness. This is how you take a shot right now of you watching us and then send them into these addresses. Hello there, Jessica and Buttercup in Coquitlam.
Love it. Also, we have
Qualicum.
Tom. Tom's drinking a dark, whatever that
Guinness,
is.
I love it.
Guinness and
Go, Tom.
watching the show. Hi, Tom.
And this is Kathy and Scout. Hello, Scout. I have a Scout at home, too.
There you go. And we have one more. This is Colleen from...
Our
what?
Facebook group.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Thumbs
right.
up, check.
Love it.
Woohoo.
Okay, we're back in a moment here on Steel and Vance. Stick around.